Hi, guys. Good morning. It's me, Brandeline Johnson, your favorite spiritual awakening coach. Today, we're going to be shifting gears a little bit up, and we're going to talk about disease in your body. I'm live on here, so if you join live, make sure you say hi. Ask questions, engage with me on here. If you're watching the replay, leave comments. Let me know what you think about this. I'm just riffing off. I literally have no notes. I just have a couple ideas on what I want to talk about because somebody sent me a message. So, two things. If you guys haven't been following me, right? I've been on a major healing journey. I lost my husband almost 2 years ago. His body was failing him. The medical community was failing him. I've done extensive research about how our body works. Right. I myself was also in dis-ease. Yesterday, I'm going to share with you guys because I'm live and I'm taking my time on this. Um, I got a message and it said to me, because here's the thing, it's like my followers, you guys, I love y'all, my audience, my friends, my followers, my peeps. Also, I might look crazy because I'm having my heavy metal detox smoothie. But you guys keep asking me, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Because if you go back to some of my beginning YouTubes, I look completely different. I look like 3 times different. Even though I didn't lose 3 times my body weight, but at this point it's been like what 72 pounds or whatever since I started doing this healing thing. And I started studying all of this again because of my husband's health failed him, and so did the medical community. They didn't know what the shit was going on. And so I wanted to figure out what the shit was going on. And it ended up learning so much about what the shit was going on after it was too late for him because he's been gone, right? But yesterday I got this message from one of my audience, and she said, have you read anything about MS? And I have every symptom, she's saying, and she is freaking out. All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about freaking symptoms, right? So I think, symptoms are a blessing. Symptoms are a blessing because it's knocking on your freaking door, letting you know that you are not at ease in your system, either spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, in your health, right? It could be emotional health. It could be mental health. It could be all those things. Those are symptoms that are letting you know that you are not in alignment, that you are in dis-ease. Now, the medical community loves, the medical community loves to label symptoms, don't they? So this poor girl that sent me this message saying she has every symptom of MS and she's freaking out. Okay, bless her freaking heart, because she probably has every symptom of different autoimmune diseases too. So when we start having trouble, we start looking out there like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? And either we go to the medical community and they take our blood and they label us, they put labels on us, or we start searching our symptoms and we find these different labels. And then we're automatically, what happens when we take on a freaking label, right? You own that shit. And then you're like, oh, I am this. And then you start identifying with people that also identify that they're like, I am this. I have this. These are my problems. And then you completely, your whole mindset shifts and you start manifesting everything that that label has. Fuck that shit, right? Here's the deal is you can heal yourself, right? Look at me. I had really high blood pressure. My thyroid was jacked up. My freaking hormones were jacked up. Um, all kinds of shit was out of balance for me, right? They wanted to put me, I had to take a medication at first because my blood pressure was really high. She wanted to put me on 2 medications, and she was telling me, this is the medical practitioner at the regular doctor that I went to because I really was having like physical problems. So I like melted down and went to the freaking doctor, even though I was pissed off at them for not saving my husband, right? Um, and it pissed me off. And I've made it another video about that. It's like how I lost 57 pounds. That's when I was at the 57-pound mark. And I'm not going to tell you how I did it in this video. I just want to discuss with you about what symptoms are, how they get labeled with the medical community, and how you don't have to take on that freaking label, and how you can learn about your body, right? One of the major things that I learned is about taking away certain foods. And I'm not talking about the stupid diet industry either, okay? Everybody raise their hand. How many times you been on a diet? My mom put me on a diet when I was 9 years old. Okay. So I've always had a fucked up mindset when it comes to being overweight. I always thought I was overweight. So I put that freaking label on myself, right? Which means, oh my God, if I'm overweight, that must mean I eat too many carbs or I love carbs or, if I'm overweight, that must mean I should stay away from fruit. Like all this bullshit labels that the diet industry puts on you too. But let me rewind because I got fired up because I'm live and I make notes. But what I was saying is some of the foods to take away is educating yourself on what the actual food does to you, right? It's not calories, it's not sugar, it's not carbohydrates. Is it feeding a pathogen? Is it feeding a thing in your body? Is it feeding a parasite? Is it helping you stay in a toxic environment in your body? Um, so reason I'm making this again is because so many people keep reaching out to me. I do have a wait list. I am going to help people get this transformation. I am going to take my extensive knowledge that I've learned over the last few years um, about how your body works, about all these different things in your environment that affects your health, right? So I've changed so many things um, that it's absolutely amazing. And literally, the weight just fell off. Like I never did this to lose weight. I did this to heal myself from high blood pressure and fix my freaking thyroid. And because I got pissed off. Have you guys ever been pissed off like at your husband or something? You start cleaning the house really fast and you're like, I'll show them. Well, that was my attitude when I found out I had high blood pressure. And then I also found out once you get on those types of medications, heavy metal detox smoothie. Um, so freaking good. It just makes me look like I have cavities after I drink it because all the blueberries stick to my teeth. But where was I going with that? Shit, I got lost. But anyways, point being, I want to help you guys. I'm gonna drop the link to my wait list. It's Brandolene.com. If you're watching this, / wait lists with the actual S. For some reason, my assistant said we have to use the S because that's going to take you to the right page. Okay. Get on there. Like I'll probably do different levels. I'm going to take some serious people that are ready to really invest and like work with me for a while, but I'm also going to be doing probably some lower cost level where maybe you just see a master class and give you like the bullet points and you could go off and try to do it yourself if you're not ready to make that investment in yourself and in your health. Or if you can't make that investment in yourself and in your health, at least you'll be able to make a small investment and get yourself going on removing foods that feed your toxin, adding in things that the diet industry tells you not to add in, getting away from diet mentality and getting away from having the medical community be the person that's going to save you because you are the only person that can save yourself. And maybe you're watching this because you're trying to save your husband or your wife or your children. Maybe there's somebody around you that has disease. It's important to educate yourself because if my husband didn't die and his health wasn't failing him and the medical community didn't fail him, I probably would have never went down this journey until my health got even worse, right? Because when we're feeding those pathogens, when we're way overweight, things happen in your body and it gets out of system, and you want to be able to be healthy before you get to a tipping point, right? Because if you get to this tipping point where you're in like full blown disease, it just takes that much longer for you to come back. You can heal yourself. But start healing yourself now so you don't get to the tipping point because you don't want to get there. All right. So I love y'all. And, come join us in our spiritual group on Facebook, Your Spiritual Awakening Community. Watch my stories, you guys. I'm sharing stuff every day at I am Brandoline on Instagram, the little shorts here on YouTube, or Brandoline Johnson on Facebook. Come on, let's go. All right. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.